Hey, did I manage to do this and not get mutilated? I believe I did. Hey. Hey, look. This is the first time I've had caffeine in about 3 days. Rose likes her coffee. But hello, everybody. Welcome in. I know. Hi, Acid Sniper. I am live. I know this. And we are having some fun. We're doing some more Eve interviews tonight. However, with this case, we've had some goon cousins, right? We've talked to some goon cousins recently, but we're gonna join into... I should be. It's on a very short leash. Let me adjust. Just to make sure.
Apparently not. There we go. Whee! I love when I have to fix audio. It was great for a moment there. Yes, it was. I will make sure that I am speaking loudly and into the microphone there. My microphone cord is incredibly short, and I need to get a new one because a certain kitten whose middle name is Shitbird decided to chew on it. But hey, I'm glad that we are fixed. So like I said, we have talked to some goon cousins, some goon adjacent friends. We are coming back to the main family tree, and we are talking to Black Aces and our wonderful guest, Mr. GeneralGree, and I will let him introduce himself. I think it's that way.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for your invite. Hopefully I don't embarrass BP too much.
we had that, we did have that combo beforehand. It's okay. Honestly, I these usually are not horribly embarrassing. At least from ones that I have done, and I should know this. I've done all of them. I've been the only host. We've had no guest host for these yet. So on the plus side, I think you'll be fine. No embarrassment here, but
I don't have any ginger cats for interruption anyway.
It's okay. We've yeah, let's see, how let me just make sure here. How many do you have that are ginger?
Cats? 0.
Yeah, 0? Great. I will be the only one with gingers that will be causing a disturbance as I give them a mean mug. But let's get started and kind of dip our toes in, rather. I'm not going to throw you into the deep end. That would be no fun. But let's talk about how the name Black Aces kind of thought of, or do you know where it originated from?
Yeah, so we actually started a gaming community in the late 90s in Mech Warriors. Our original CEO, Hawkcrest, was a diehard mech fan. So it's a combination of Star Wars reference and Mech Warrior.
Oh my god, I love that. As a huge Star Wars fan, as somebody who has multiple Star Wars tattoos, anytime I see a Star Wars, know that a Star Wars reference exists in Eve.
Well, that is what my name is too. It's a Star Wars
did
reference.
notice that too. Yes, I love it. I actually just finished Clone Wars. That was, yeah, that happened. But see, I love it. That's a really great way that you guys kind of brought something that you guys have been tied to, and we're like, hey, we're gonna throw it in Eve. We're gonna have some fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, so the ticker 81 div is a nerd moment, is a TIE fighter division, and Black Aces is the Mech Warrior name.
That is awesome. I didn't even, honestly, I looked at the ticker and I was like, You know, there's like the 501st. There's the Bad Batch. I was like 81st, 81 DIV. What is that? I was looking at it and it didn't click until you said just now, and I was like, oh, shit. You know, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so we're big nerds.
Hell yeah, the more the merrier, I say. So now we have the awesome foundation of the nerdage that comes from the name of Black Aces. Can you kind of tell me where, how you guys kind of got started, and maybe some history of the Corp?
Yeah, so we've been around for a very long time, so I'll try and condense it a little bit for you.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, so we started off in Mech Warriors. A lot of us came over in early 2003, 2004 to EVE. Funny enough, we actually used to work with goons back when they were Red Alliance renters.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was interesting times. I can tell you goons have changed a little bit since then.
Well, that's good. I mean, I would hope so. I've heard some horror stories that I'm glad
It's
that
actually
I don't hear so many now.
It's the reason we have that little bit in our corp description. If someone asks you for us to join, is because of what goons used to do.
Hey, it makes sense, and that's really smart.
So yeah, after that, probably around 2006, we joined Proviblock with CVA and Aurelius. Very interesting game setup they had with the not purple, don't shoot.
Yep.
Yeah, we spent a couple of years there with them. It was really interesting, really good times, but we got farmed a lot by AAA, which kind of made us battle hardened.
For sure.
But yeah, so after spending a couple of years in the Proviblock scenario, it got very static. There was no growth, there was no movement. We ventured out on our own, and we formed our first alliance, Dead Man's Hand, and moved to Outer Ring, NPC space. That was very turbulent. We were sandwiched between two coalitions, and yeah, it was interesting.
Okay. That sounds like it could be how do I say? Not necessarily turbulent, but it sounds like it could be a content generator or over content generator, depending on, ping fatigue and so forth.
Yeah. When you're sandwiched into coalitions that are trying to go at it, and you're the neutral middleman, you get farmed a lot.
Yeah, that's rough.
But it was a good learning curve for us, though. We learned a lot about EVE. We learned a lot about the politics of EVE. And then we decided to actually go back down south, and our original goal was we wanted to join AAA. They were the top tier PvP alliance at the time, and they were completely Russian owned and ran, and we were predominantly an American US time zone corp. They looked down on us for that reason, and we actually had to join their renter alliance, which was quite interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really fun. The corp grew exponentially. We were building outposts, stations left, right, and center back in Impasse, and it was an amazing experience. We spent a couple of years there with them, actually, and our goal was always to join AAA, and we ended up getting there eventually after about 2 years in the Renter Alliance.
Yeah, I was looking at the corp history, and you can kind of see where you guys went from. Goodness. Where you can see the jump from AAA citizens all the way up to against all authorities. For we'll spell it out just for this reference of what is AAA. It is against all authorities. The jump there.
Yeah, so we were no, you're all good. We were one of the first renter corps to actually make that jump. We were super proud of ourselves for it. But yeah, it was an amazing time. There was so many amazing FCs. Against all authorities was up against goons and Band of Brothers at one time. So again, we were sandwiched, but the content was massive. It was so good, so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like while you may have been getting farmed, to get to that point, it still sounds like once you got there, it sounded like a lot of fun, maybe, or at least some good fights.
Absolutely, yeah. And for some unknown reason, AAA held its own against those two power blocks very well, and very consistent. They lived in catch for so many years.
Wow.
But yeah, so after spending several years in Gensel authorities and Steinwagen, we got to the point where the Russians wouldn't relinquish control of AAA. Most of them were all inactive, and we just felt like we weren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we made the decision to jump and create our own alliance again, Infamous.
Which looks like it's actually you still are the point of contact for it.
Yeah, there's a long rich history. Well, short history, I should say, but it's very turbulent. We founded that in 2015. That was one of our most successful periods in EVE, especially as a corp as well as an alliance. We were still in the south, still in part of Steinwagen, but we took over catch. We predominantly grew from a 350-man corp into a 3,000-man alliance. And we ended up controlling over 4.5 regions.
Oh, wow. That is, for even a small group, that is a lot of space.
Yeah, it got very hard to maintain. And one of our corps, Moose Fleet, was one of the first corps to drop a keep star as well in 0-0. So that was pretty interesting.
Oh, wow. One of the first groups to drop a keep star in 0-0. That's Nullsec. Wow. Do you know what year that was? That's because that was pre-egg or post-egg? Where you'd feed the materials in.
That would have been around 2016.
Okay. Just because I know sometimes at one point there were eggs that you fed stuff into, and then it popped out with stuff, or a station, or
the station egg when the outposts and all that was happening. Yeah, that's what they called them. The keep stars, I don't think ever had that.
Okay, so keep stars are post eggs. Thank you, Carneris. I appreciate it. Keep stars replace that system. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, so you guys were, sounds like, really influential in bringing, a keep star into Nullsec, being one of the first groups to do it, with all of this space.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting time. Infamous was really fun. We were such a small band at the start, and it was just constant warfare. Really cool group of core guys that we had. And it was just a lot of fun being in Steinwagen. Steinwagens, we always love the ability of Steinwagen being loyal to their pilots. That's Steinwagen and the South's big thing in EVE. And that's what made us stay loyal for so long.
So Steinwagen, for those of us who might not be familiar, what is Steinwagen?
Steinwagen was a group of southern... Basically, it was a coalition formed against Anti-Goon and Band of Brothers. It is all the alliances that lived in Catch, Stain, Faith Apollos, Esoteria. So you had Stain alliances, a lot of Russians, Red Overlord, for example, Coven.
It's like that meme where Simba and Mufasa are sitting there on the rock, and it's, what is that place? The dark place. That's Stain. Don't go there, child.
100%. That is Stain in a nutshell.
Yes.
For all those brave pilots, they remember Black Aces farming him when they took over Catch, and I apologize.
Oh, goodness. So, you guys were part of this group. You guys were one of the first groups to drop the Keep Star in Null, or what would be 0.0. And this is roughly 2016. This is during the Infamous. What kind of happened after that?
So, been playing the game since 2003. I became extremely burnt out, and I ended up taking a holiday over in America, funny enough. And while I was away, unfortunately, there was a corp battle bears that decided to vote Black Aces out of the executive position of Infamous. And they kicked us out while I was away. And it's essentially started a huge civil war within Infamous.
That's shady. Like that's rude. You don't do that on somebody's holiday. Like,
yeah. And I was happy to relinquish control of Infamous at that time. Like, I've been playing the game since 2003. Like, that, it's an extremely long time to be active in the game. And they never gave me that opportunity, which is a bit shitty.
Yeah, I mean, I would think, and just personally, like, if I were running an alliance and somebody were to come to me and say, you know, hey, maybe we need a different executor group or something. I don't know. Like, and if I were that burnt out, if I've been playing since 2003, I'd be like, vote. I'm burnt out. I'm taking a holiday. Like, I think being given the option is better than, you know, walking up behind somebody and stabbing them in the back.
100%. And my 2IC at the time, Aaron, and he got burnt out because I was away. And to this day, that's one of my biggest Eve regrets, is how that affected him.
Goodness.
But yeah, so we had that little tiff. But the funny side of things is I have never seen so many Black Aces come back active and exact revenge. We created Swords of Damocles, as you can see on the screen there, for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone knows Damocles, it's the birth story of treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah. And we created that for the sole reason of killing Infamous and whoever stayed in that alliance.
You know, that's kind of how my mindset is, and that's why looking at them, it's like that's perfect to me, because it's like my thing, and people who have been in here and then maybe even on my own channel have always known, you know, hey, I'm always telling people, make sure you're drinking water, take care of yourselves. I'm going to treat you like I'm going to treat you with respect, and I'm going to treat you how you deserve to be treated. And I like the hey, that was dirty. We're gonna be a little dirty back, like
100%. Yeah. And I've always played Eve like that. I've always played Eve like your word is your bond. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're just a character on a screen. What else do you have but your word? That's the way I look at it.
And the other thing about that is we are all people sitting in front of screens playing a video game. Without the people playing the screens in front of the video game, like, the game's gonna die, and we're all gonna go, aw, damn it, who am I gonna shoot now? And go try
100%, 100%.
Like, there's no... personally, I don't think there's a comparable game to Eve doing what Eve does. Now, you could argue, you know, Star Citizen, Stars Reach, maybe. Honestly, I think I'm hopeful for Stars Reach. I think that could be like the next thing. I'm a fan. You know, you've got Albion Online, you've got other Black Pearl IPs.
But you could even put even World of Warcraft in that same category, but I don't think anything comes close to EVE Online at the moment.
Currently, from everything I've seen, and this is being a tester for this game, and Carneros, you were so welcome, friend. The closest I would say, it doesn't match. However, do I get some of the same thrill from it? Did I dig a tunnel and try to go to the center of the earth? Yes. But Stars Reach, while it does not match EVE Online, it has a very, I don't want to say the community, the wholefulness, like the wholesomeness. That's the word I'm thinking of. There we go. Englishing is hard. I'm sorry. The community is very much, you know, hey, let's play, you know, you want to learn to do something? Come here. Like, come and let me teach you. It doesn't match. I would say that it is a good secondary, but treating people how you want to be treated in EVE personally, the honorable thing to do, and kind of the golden rule to unto others, is you would want to do to you or have done to you. And
Absolutely, and I feel like while our Eve experiences and who we've fought against, while yes, we have created a lot of enemies, we've also made a shitload of friends.
oh,
And some of our
absolutely.
friends are still technically our enemies, but they still show that respect.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
absolutely. So you guys made this second alliance for roughly, it looks like about 5-6 months. And you guys were going after people who stayed in Infamous. How did that kind
Yeah,
of end up working out? If it can be talked
yeah,
about. Did you
it
kick some
can. Yeah,
ass?
absolutely. We did. We kicked a lot of ass. Unfortunately, it was around the time where the Goons Aussie time zone was leaving. Goon Swarming creating their own entity. Tactical something. I can't remember what they were called.
TNT?
And
Tactical narcotics?
no, it's like
Ooh.
tactical supremacy or something. I can't remember. I'd have to look them up.
I have no idea either. You're okay.
Yeah, but they were a huge entity in Goons with their Aussie time zone, and they happened to move into Catch while we were going through this civil war, and it was just compiling one thing after another, and we couldn't recover. Like
Oh,
it
no.
was just so much.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
That's a lot.
we had a huge court meeting. I had all this active Black Aces, and I was at my wit's end of the game. And I said to the guys, look, I don't want to run alliances anymore. I actually don't even want to play anymore. But what do you guys want to do? I couldn't leave them out to dry.
Absolutely not.
So we left it to a corp vote on who we can join. And the dynamic of Eve, a lot of these smaller alliances were getting swallowed up by coalitions. You didn't really have the 1,000, 2,000 man alliances anymore.
Yeah.
So we casted the vote. Our first vote was actually to NC Dot, funny enough. So we applied to them. And our old CEO, Hawkcrest, had a lot of history with Vince Draken. And he was very smug and very arrogant and dragged out the interview process for over a week. I got fed up with that. I was impatient.
Yeah.
And I made the CEO call and spoke to Matani and 2 Goon Diplos and said, that's where we're joining. And within 24 hours, we were in.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, see, that makes sense, because it's like, look, we don't necessarily have the time to sit on our thumbs and, you know, deal with things. It's we gotta take a breath, and hey, we need to take that breath sooner rather than later. So, hell
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we were mind blown by Goons, to be honest. Because we fought against Goons our whole Eve life, we looked at them as the enemy, we looked at them as nothing but shit talkers, blobbers. We had a negative view on them. But since joining them, we were so blown away by the organization, that the professionalism on how the alliance is structured, it was a real eye opener for us.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, having such infrastructure and space and the organizational skills, like, as somebody who is not spreadsheet happy, who doesn't know, I'm not a spreadsheet person. I know this is Eve heresy here. I don't do spreadsheeting.
Neither do I, you're safe.
Oh, okay. See, look, I have to have somebody walk me through a spreadsheet about 3 times before my brain starts going, numbers? Can we just tell me what I need to do, please? Because I'm really bad at spreadsheets.
I feel like that's where BP gets so frustrated with me, because BP loves his spreadsheets, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
See, that's me. I'm over here. My spreadsheets are like 4 lines of this person got this, they paid this, and this is who I send it to. My spreadsheets include no math, because as we've learned, the Alliance tournament team cannot do math to save our asses. You know, I still would like to see a zealous, I still like to see a CCP calculator, but It's a running joke.
Have you actually flown in the Alliance tournament team yet?
I helped commentate for feeders this year, and then I helped host half of the Charity Cup earlier, and then there may or may not be a few more in the works that we'll leave them as future plans, but there are some things in the works for doing hosting and talking about it.
A couple of us were in the Against All Anomalies Alliance team, and that was one of the most fun experiences I've had in EVE.
It is such good fun. I've flown in a couple practices with goons. I can't tackle. I mean, I can tackle, but I may have tackled the wrong person.
Please don't tell me you tackled your own team.
I will neither confirm or deny. Maybe.
Jesus.
I just got really excited. I saw something move and I went yoink and went, oh shit. I got somebody.
This explains why you have 2 ginger cats.
Look, there's a running joke in my household. There's 3 gingers, 3.5 if we count one of the teenagers. Does the brain cell get passed around? Absolutely. The teenager tends to hog it. As I swear to God, if you turn off my rig, I will bop you on the head. As I currently have an orange cat behind my screen. Determined to cause chaos. Yes, there's a reason we have orange cats. Because, hey, it's more chances to get the brain cell. But you guys decided, you guys made this decision. You guys got in within 24 hours. And now you're in Goons!
Yes, and loving EVE. It's been a fun ride. It's been awesome, to be honest.
Absolutely fun. And so that kind of leads itself into my next question, which I guess we kind of covered a little bit, but not really. Why was the Imperium or Goon Swarm a good choice for Black Aces? You had made the statement, hey, we maybe weren't the biggest fans of them because of, past fighting. Getting in there and getting your mind changed, but just overall, why was it a good choice to go, hey, we got in these guys, we get in within 24 hours. What made it go, that's what my choice is, the Alliance, or the Corporation Director.
You look at Goons as a whole, and they've almost had a very similar history to Black Aces, but on just such a much larger scale. They started off as a renter entity with Red Alliance. They survived a coup. They got disbanded, I think, on more than once. And their core team, their core corps, remained loyal. It was a huge appeal to us, especially myself. And once we were in, we were sold. We saw the FCs, we saw the programs, we saw how professional they were, and just such an awesome community. And the camaraderie between the people was awesome. There's very little infighting. There's very little bickering on such a large alliance. It's unheard of. So yeah, it's been nothing but a positive experience for us.
I would absolutely agree. And this is from my time in Goons, that it's you have programs, you have different groups. All of these groups, on the surface, from what the general line member can see, everybody plays nice with each other. There's not too much bickering between even general line members. And even then, having the infrastructure, the logistical, the whole, I'm going to use the word package, because for lack of better words, making sure to set yourself up for success is kind of that whole package.
100%. And you've got such charismatic people like Merc, Asher,
Yep.
that are now in leadership positions that are it's awesome to see. Merc and I have a long history, especially in his Brave days. Again, sorry.
It's okay. Hey, look.
But it's great.
You've
it's great.
been in the family for almost 8 years at this point. I think we can let go of any of the, hey, I shot you. We could have let
There
go
will
of that
never
as
be
soon
letting.
as we
There will
joined,
never be letting go of that. Like if you guys are ex-brave, you'll remember GE when Black Aces had 20 Munins killing 100-man fleets. Like that doesn't go away.
Okay. It might, maybe it's hopeful optimism, youthful optimism. We'll call it that as a, but, so I mean that all it totally makes sense, and I love seeing. We have lots of we don't have many corps that so far that I've talked to that have I think we've only talked to one that have been in Goonswarm proper for 10 years, and then we've talked to like people who have been part with them in the last 10 years and stuff like that, but we've mainly talked to newer corps doing this series, and I love being able to kind of see the, hey, this was the what was going on then, and this is why we chose goons then, and this is why we stayed. And like,
Yeah.
usually those reasons just move along forward with the this is why we've stayed part,
And the way goons conducted themselves with the World War B and all that in Delve was really remarkable. The Tani speeches, as annoying as they got, were exactly what goons needed at the time.
Absolutely. I've watched some of the old meta shows. I haven't seen all of them. I'm slowly just for my own, piece of knowledge and piece of I'm a history buff. I'm the person you give me a whiteboard and a Game of Thrones book and I'll draw you a timeline. I like even being able to go back and find any of the old videos that I can find and go, okay, so that when this speech and this and piecing things together, when people are talking about things in here, I can go, okay, and see how, the scales and everything lines up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Even with Asher taking over, it was like a breath of fresh air for the Imperium, especially for us. His direction is amazing, and it's made me feel real positive about where goons are heading. The move to CTAC J was awesome, very professional, very quick. So yeah, it's nothing but positive. That's our experience in goons.
I love to hear it, and now that this lets me kind of pull us a little further into the deep end of the questions. We're getting to the meat and bones of this now as we start talking a little bit more about the Corp. So, can you, of what you can talk about, can you tell me some of the awesome stuff that Black Aces does for its members, and are you guys recruiting?
Yeah, so recruitment's definitely open. We actually have a policy of if you're an ex-Black Aces, our motto is once an ace, always an ace. Unless you're on our blacklist. But yeah, we always welcome returning members. If new pilots want to come in, they have to obviously follow the Goon rules and contact their current CEO, etc. But yes, the door's always open if you can meet our requirements. As for what we do for our members, we've got a wide range of different
programs,
rewards, to say, for our pilots.
Nice.
We do ISK rewards for PAPs and kill counts. So yeah, if you end up the top killer, you get a certain amount of ISK reward. Yeah, we got awesome moon program, awesome industry now as well since moving into Innsmother. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a good corporate infrastructure, especially for just being able to go, hey, look, we have so much cool stuff. We do ISK for PAPs, we do ISK for top kill ward. Like, that sounds really fun. And
yeah,
I think you guys are probably maybe like one of the only, I would say I could one-handedly count how many corps I've talked to have some sort of semi-consistent prize for, top kills or top paps, stuff like that. So I think it's a really neat thing that you guys are like, hey, why don't we just yoink, we'll do this, and be kind of unique in that regard.
Yeah, so and we do the small things as well. We provide fleet doctrine ships, home defense ships as well. They're all in our combat hangars that all our core members can access. Save them wasting their risk. But yeah, we always believe giving back to our pilots. The pilots show us loyalty, so it's the least the corp can do.
I absolutely love it, and that kind of, again, it leads back to, you know, doing to others as you wish would be done to you. And so I love to
100%.
see that carrying forward, and that carrying through years of playing this game, and making sure, you know, hey, you know, this is a politeness kind of thing, and this is an honor thing, and I love to see it. And that kind of speaks highly of the rest of the Imperium as well, because of the honor that comes with, you know, from the group as a whole.
Yeah, and it's there's a reason. So Black Aces has a Discord where it has all our former and current members, old, new, whatever. There's a reason why there's several hundred members still in there. Like it's an awesome community. I've loved the guys to bits. Like it's just awesome to be around. One of our corp members actually had a wedding, and a whole bunch of corpies flew over there to be involved in his wedding, which I find is just awesome.
Yep, one of your directors who helped kind of set up this conversation was like, you know, hey, there's a wedding, you know, this. I'm like, oh shit, y'all are gonna go get wasted and have fun as outside of the game as goons. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, 100%. So shout out to Rod and his partner. Congratulations.
Congratulations, and you know, many happy going forwards. But I'll go ahead and just kind of throw us into our last, and I would say next question, but it's the last one, so we'll keep it pretty easy. Are there any big accomplishments that Black Aces has that you can talk about? And again, keeping in mind that you can talk about, for reference for anybody who's watching, it's like, Rose, you can't talk. I'm not asking to break OPSEC. It is what Mr. GeneralGree can talk about.
Yeah, so a lot of it's our former history, not probably within Goons.
Okay.
But yeah, so I believe we've had huge accomplishments. But probably the first corp to go from being a renter to AAA was huge. That to me, that was a huge accomplishment, especially back then, because if anyone knows Evil Thug and the Russians, they were hardcore. Like, they were insane.
I mean, I would count that. I'd also count the one of the first groups to put a keep star in 0.0, or in null.
But that was more of an Infamous and Moose Army accomplishment, which props to them. Like, that was awesome. But for Black Aces, yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, I would say
I think another one of our biggest accomplishments probably would have been BTEC-R noticing the SOV drop. Yeah, we were one of the first entities to actually notice Nulli Secunda dropping their SOV and lighting the first Sino to kick that Titan battle off.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Stainwagon Command didn't believe me, and I had to send screenshots of the SOV drop.
You know, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that is. I would say that's definitely an accomplishment, because that's like, holy shit, history's being made here. Send help.
Yeah, 100%, and it just snowballed. Stainwagon jumped in, Goons jumped in, a lot of PO and NC Titans died. It was good.
glorious blood for the blood god. It has to happen, you know.
But yeah, as an accomplishment, I think I'm just so proud of my team to still be around today, to play this game for so long, and to have core members still coming back to the game today. I think that's awesome.
And that really speaks to the community that you guys have. If you have people who, you know, have been with you guys for so long, and they're coming back and going, you know, hey, I want to come back and be with, you know, my friends, and be with the group that, you know, that would be with y'all. That definitely speaks to the character of the community, I would say, in the Corp.
Yeah, 100%. And even how well we've had some newer pilots join, and they've just slotted in so well to our organization and our team, and it's been really cool to see.
I love to hear it. Now, if you are in game and you are looking for Black Aces, you can look them up by searching Black Aces or 81 DIV. They do have a Black Aces Corp recruitment. Or if you are interested, you may go in there and go, "Hey, hello, may I talk to somebody?" And they will hopefully talk to you. Don't be a dick to them, because do unto others as you would have done to yourself. So be nice. Pop in there. That might just be the motto for this episode, I think, and I think that it fits very nicely. So I like it. I like it. But if you're interested in joining Black Aces, that is where you find the information in game to go and poke somebody who is a recruiter. So now with that, that's the end of my questions. I guess I would kind of just wrap it up by asking everything after everything we've talked about and going through all of my questions. Is there anybody or anything you just you gotta go, hey, I gotta say this, or you can use this moment to praise, I don't know, you can use this moment to bully somebody. I don't really care. You can be mean to somebody if you want, or you can is there anything about Black Aces or anything just that you're like, hey, I gotta say this because one, it could be funny, or any other potential reason?
The only person I'd probably bully would be Merc, but I think this is a safe place, so better not.
Yeah. I would say he's currently streaming right now, I believe. Maybe.
But yeah, the only thing I'd like to finish off with is we're incredibly honored to be part of this community. It's awesome to see Asher step up and take leadership. I've loved the guy for ages in EVE. He's been an awesome icon in EVE for so long. So his leadership ability has just brought a breath of fresh air into Goons, and it's good to see. Oh yeah.
I would agree. I am a faculty member of university, and I have had some interactions that was like, okay, wow, this person is very serious about making sure that this group does the best that it can do.
100%. And his ability to be professional and have a laugh, he knows when to switch it on and off. Yeah,
yes.
It's cool.
Sumo Swarm, yeah, absolutely. I am a member of Sumo Swarm, and I understand this. Yeah, or the I may or may not have managed to. There is a clip on a Discord that is a reference to playing Magic the Gathering that is very funny. Here, can I play it and not get in trouble? Hold on. Let me see if I can play it and not get in trouble. I'll play it. I don't think I'll get in trouble because he said it on INN, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's fine if he's pinged it. It's all good.
He said it on INN.
We hop on the cock probably once a week.
For Magic the Gathering, because they play on cockatrice. But yeah, the amount of that there's a couple little funny there's another corp that I have that has the Discord of that, and I'm just like, the fact that somebody who is in that position of power is so chill and is like, that's fun. It's great. It's great.
Absolutely. But, absolutely.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Gree, for being willing to come out here and talk to me about your corp. People know how to contact you? Know how to contact your recruitment team? Is it that way? No, it's that way. Okay, there we go. I gotta make sure I point the correct direction at the thing. Look, I need to get left and right tattooed on my thumbs at this point, but I really appreciate you being willing to come out here, talk to me about a little bit how your corp has, being one of the older corps in Goons, by sheer age and not by time in Goons, but like age in the game. You guys having such a, interesting history of, hey, we did this, we were in this group, we managed to push through rent. Like, I'm really thrilled, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, and that was just a brief version of our history. Like, we could go on for hours with it because we've done so much. But yeah, I really appreciate the invite and being part of this.
Absolutely. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and I will send it to an ending screen. Have a good evening. Have a good Saturday. Go hang out with Mind One, everybody.